Hey y'all, thanks for stopping in. Today I thought we would do another of the pack rat type videos. Thought about calling it "What's in Doc's Drawers," but I don't know how that would go over. But it's basically what I'm talking about. I have a drawer, usually right here, um, and I keep my extra EDC knives and whatnot in it. Um, Little things that I like to keep handy. More than likely, I'm going to put the screwdriver that I just had. The big old, oh, I know where it's at. It's over here. The big old screwdriver I just did a review on. I'm most likely that's going to end up in there just so I basically know where it's at. But um, anyway, we'll come over here and y'all seen this box. I showed it. I showed it in a Goodwill haul from a few weeks ago, and right now it's empty. And I got it out just because, well, I need a place to put this stuff as I'm showing it. So anyway, this is what basically in my drawer. I'm going to try to go through this quick. This is actually the third time I think I've actually gone through this, so there's really no surprises. Um, but the video ran like 45 minutes, and I wasn't real crazy with the lighting or the shoot itself. So anyway, um, Halloween costume repair kit. I'll probably end up putting this down in my leather drawer because it's sewing supplies. Um, Sewing is a life skill. I think everybody should be able to sew. It's right up there with cooking. Um, this is a sheath from a uh, throwing knife. The knife itself is long gone, but the sheath may come in handy at some point. Um, what actually got me started on this, I was watching uh, Sammy Prepper and Bushcraft from Australia. I'll put a link to her down below. And she did she does a cheap knife segment, and she got a buck knife for $8 for $8. Um, I think it was like $15 Australian, $8 US. And I thought, wait a minute, there's no way you got a buck for $8, and it came with a junky sheath. So anyway, I carry this is one of my bucks. I believe this is a 110. I'm not 100% sure. This is the one that I actually keep that um, I keep handy that I will go to. I have several others that are in a big box that's take a lot of effort to dig up to get to. Um, and some of these book knives are fairly expensive. It's not something I'm going to go out and carry and abuse on a regular basis. This I'll use when I'm getting if I'm dressed up. But it actually needs a little bit of the sheath needs a little bit of care. So anyway, we'll put that over there. Um, this is a Winchester, I believe. Yes, Winchester set. There's actually a third one that goes with it, a very little pocket pick, and I have no idea what happened to that. I carry these like this. I occasionally carry this one as a just in my pocket, but I carry them like this. This this one will not come off. I will not lose it here. And I can put a dropper on this to carry it on a belt loop. But once I move that knife, which this is a very substantial knife, it's got a very nice thick through tang. It holds a decent edge. Um, and then this one will come off the here like that. This is also it's a decent carrier. It's not a quick opener or anything like that. It's just a knife that you would carry in your pocket. It's halfway decent. It's got the saw blade. It maintains a decent edge. Just a nice everyday carry pocket knife if that's the type of knife that you're looking to carry. And I do, like I said, I do occasionally carry that one. So that's in there. This is just a quickie sheath. Actually, I was talking to Sammy on one of her videos, and she was talking about making a sheath. This is one I made out of plastic, out of a food container bucket. It's very thin plastic. I really just needed a way to protect this knife. This was an old K-bar, I believe, that I carried for ever. Maybe not. Well, it says K-bar on it, but also says made in Japan. So I don't know. I carried it forever. It fell out of my pocket one day, or fell out of its sheath one day while I was working in the yard. I never could find it until one day I did. And it looked like this when I found it. So I should probably throw it away, but maybe some other day. This one, I actually had to search for this knife at one point just because Dwayne over at XDM50 had made a sheath out of cardboard for one of his subscribers. And then he said, anybody else out there want to make a sheath? So this one, I'm pretty sure, I'd have to go back and look through my video. Pretty sure this is cardboard and duct tape. But, this knife is just a cheapy flea market diver's knife type thing. It can be abused or whatever. I don't carry it. It's just one of my knives that hangs around. This is just a cheapy multi-tool, multi-blade. It's actually kind of aggravating because you can't get to the gimps or whatever it's called to get these two blades out because they back onto each other so close. Anyway, there's a short blade and a longer blade in there. Neither one of them are very good for anything. It's got a screwdriver and a bottle cap, whatever that's supposed to be. The main reason I keep it, it has a FID. I've explained before, a FID is to get in between. When you're braiding a rope back, and you want to get back in between the braids. You use a FID to get in there to open it up. And it has a corkscrew. So that's the only two reasons why I actually have that. There's the other screwdriver I was looking for. I just did the review on this. This will end up going in here. So we'll put it in that box for now. Another cheapy knife. I picked this one up at the flea market for $1, I think. Only because I thought it looked cool. I mean, it's not something I would carry. It's just it looked neat. I liked at that point in time, that was the fang thing was nice and bright. And like I said, I paid $1 or 50 cents for it. It wasn't no big deal, and it's worth maybe what I paid for it. A patch kit for a raft or a blow-up mattress of some sort. My VFW watch, which battery gave up a long time ago. This little grooming kit has a comb. I don't remember the last time I actually used a comb, but it also has this shoehorn, which is extremely shiny. It has an aiming hole, and it could double as a spoon if necessary. For those of you into the survival and all that type stuff. So that's in there. Should probably make up a survival kit because I got that, Then over here, I've got this small magnifying glass. This is in a eyeglasses repair kit. I used to wear glasses all the time, and then my cataracts got really bad, and they changed my lens. They replaced my lenses. Instead of giving me one near and one far lens, they gave me one of each, or they gave me two long distance lenses. So instead of one of each, so I can read a license plate a block away, but I can't read. I can't read this. Well, I can read that. I can't read that small lettering at arm's length without a pair of cheater glasses. So, anyway, this is an executive letter opener. Pretty sure I found this when I was curb shopping, trash picking or whatever. It's just a metal, sharp, pointy object. If I want to open a letter, I usually grab a knife, but it's just something to keep around. A chisel. Only the one. I end up using this just because it is what it is. I use it rather frequently because it's a nice small chisel. It gets into a lot of the areas that I'm trying to play around with. Let's see, what do we got here? Where's the? All right. This is Smith & Wesson HRT. I think, where is it? Yeah. Smith & Wesson HRT. My granddaughter's got me this for a birthday or Christmas or Father's Day or something. I don't remember. It's a gorgeous knife. It really is. It's rather sharp on the one side. The other side isn't sharp. I don't carry it because, well, I don't wear a belt, so there's no place for the belt loop, and it's just a little big for anything that I need. So it's a gorgeous knife, and I collect knives, so it's just, yeah, it just is what it is. This is another HRT type knife by Smith & Wesson. It says it right there, Smith & Wesson HRT. This one I have had for a long time. I epoxied the clip together because I hate clips. I still don't trust it, so I usually end up putting a cord through it and wearing it as a neck knife. Took the cord off, used it for something else at one point. This is a very, very nice knife. It's been sharpened on both sides. It retains a very good edge. And I don't know if you can see the scratches or not in there. That's not really from abuse by me. That's because of this case. The case actually scratches it. So, anyway, yeah, this knife I know is over 15 years old, possibly closer to 25, because I used to carry it back when I was driving a dump truck, and that's been at least 15 years, possibly longer. So, anyway, this one's been around in my collection for a long time. I have several of my EMT, ambulance attendant type badges, just because that was part of my life for nearly 20 years. A couple of neck lanyards. Another little lanyard. This is a hunk of rope with a handle on it. Don't know why. It just is. This I used to carry. This used to be in the glove compartment of my truck. When I sold my truck, it ended up in here. So, plug in for a USB type charger. Hunk of wire. Wire is almost as handy to have as cord. You can secure stuff up, and it's usually stronger than the than similar size cord. So like this is exponentially stronger than this. So what do we have here? I got a bunch of pencil leads, erasers, little whatnots. This little pocket carry thingamabobber. I don't carry it. I mean, if I need a saw or a straight edge, hopefully I've got a knife or a saw that actually will do something. And those little drivers, I'm sure it was a giveaway of some sort. So kind of like this. This was I know I ordered this on Amazon for $1 or something, $1 or $2. But it was, if I had a larger order to go, and in order to make the free shipping, I needed, a few little objects to, make the free shipping cost. So that's why I got that. Same thing with this sheath and this knife, which hangs over. I keep it a little bit more accessible over there, just because I use it a lot while I'm crafting or doing whatever. So this was another, like I said, this was one of those fill up your order and get free shipping type deals. Excuse me, need a getting a little dried out. I think I've shown this one. This is a Husky. I think I got this at a parts store. I don't really remember. It's a rather nice knife. It's very substantial. It's very heavy. It's too big and too heavy to be an everyday pocket carry. I wish it had a sheath that I could attach to my suspenders. But anyway, that rides in here. A cheapy folder. This one's been around for ages and ages. Needs to be cleaned up a little bit, but I never use it. A little multi-tool. I don't know, it's got a file and a screwdriver and a little blade. And you can see that the little blade has been sharpened and sharpened and sharpened. A timer 3000. Little motorcycle knife. I don't remember where I got that. Just because it was cute. This is a hacksaw blade that got cut off and is brazed, welded to just a piece of flat stock. And we used jumper cables from a car battery. And it's just gobbed on there with coat hanger wire. But it served its purpose at the time. And I just keep it because why not? So another one of the flea market El Cheapos. I don't know, it doesn't say what type of steel it is. It doesn't matter what type of steel it is. It's sharp on both edges. It wasn't when I bought it, but it is now. It maintains a fairly decent edge. It stood out. It looks kind of cool. It clips nicely to a sun visor. It just or a pocket. If you have a pocket on the side of your door, it clips down nicely on that. I wouldn't carry it on my belt because, again, I don't like clips, especially these metal clips. So there's that. Ace bandages or elastic wraps or whatever you want to call them. I have problems with my ankles. Numerous razor blades. safety razors, razor blades to go into the Stanley knives. Another knife from my son. I've actually shown this one before too, I believe. I don't carry it often because it was engraved. And let's see. My stiletto. I've had this for probably 30 years, maybe more. It's a rather nice knife. The scales are on securely. It's not like some of the ones you can buy today. It locks securely. It's a pretty dangerous knife all around. But again, and this one I believe you shouldn't carry. I believe they're illegal. I don't know. I don't usually carry it. I've always liked stilettos. My dad had a very, very good one from he got in Germany, I believe. And that thing was razor sharp. This one isn't. It's not bad, but it's not like it was. And then there's this one, which is also a stiletto, but it's not a spring activated. This is a flipper style. This was under $12. I think it was an $8. I think it was $8 at a Pilot truck stop. I got 2 years ago or thereabouts. It's a nice knife. It's a little large to clip into my pocket. But it works nice hanging on a lanyard. And if I'm wearing pants with a deep pocket, then I can carry this. The regular jeans, it's just it doesn't carry well for me. Others, you might have a different feeling on it. But anyway, that's basically it. There's some odds and ends, batteries and junk and whatnot. This is a plastic shotgun shell from a toy shotgun that I had actually turned into a realistic looking gun for a zombie safety kit, I guess was what I creating. Basically a diorama, in case the zombies break glass, and I had the shotgun and dynamite tubes and shuriken throwing stars and small hand axe, a bunch of crazy stuff. I've actually done a couple of those. So anyway, there you go, folks. Another brief tour of a little bit of this. I'm going to end up putting all these knives and whatnot back into this drawer, just because that's really the place they belong. If I leave them in that box, they're going to get put somewhere. The box will get put somewhere and get buried, and I'll never find it, and I'll never be able to dig out my knives again. But yeah, hey, I appreciate y'all stopping in. If you liked the video, give me a like, give me a thumbs up, give me a thumbs down. If you disliked it, leave me a comment. I love comments. I try to reply to everybody's comment. YouTube has been acting kind of strange. It'll say I have comments pending or comments pending approval. And when I go to that folder, there's nothing there. It says I have, like 12 spam. And I go to that folder, there's nothing there. So I don't know if I'm missing y'all's comments or if they're actually getting through. And it's just a screw up on YouTube. One of those IT folk went out there and fixed what wasn't broken, and you know how that goes. Anyway, thank y'all. Until I see y'all again, Salancha. Bye bye.